Since this time last year, I am down not 1 million, not 2 million, but $3 million. And, I'm down over $1 million in the chef. Over $1 million if you add up all my different accounts. As you're seeing there, basically lost everything in the stock. 200, that's $250,000. And then a much smaller position in my public account. This is my main private account, which obviously is much bigger.
Good evening, Jeremy, you little con man. You thought you escaped from King Kong. Anyway, welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. So apparently, on top of the $3 million, which we just heard, were your ears screwed on top of the $3 million that Jeremy Lefebvre, the con man, the fraud, the manipulator, and the liar, on top of losing that in the last clown market, because he's such a genius, he has also apparently lost $750,000 on his last app, The Hungry Bull. So now we're at $4 million. So he's a horrible stock investor, provably. He is a horrible, incompetent stock investor who charges people to teach him how to buy stocks. And he's a horrible businessman. The only business he can make work is scamming. Scamming. You're a scammer and a fraud. So we're going to go ahead and react to this video of Jeremy Lefebvre. I lost $750,000 on this and turned it around. No, you didn't turn it around, Jeremy Lefebvre, you con man. Backstreet Boy. Let me make sure we're sharing here. Okay, volume's working. You actually failed. And I guess that's somehow a success story because you lost $4 million now. And what losses is he not telling us about, ladies and gentlemen? I want to know. So let's go ahead and react to Con Man here.
Welcome in, folks. Today, we're going to talk a little bit. Today's a teaching video, but a very different teaching video than many of the videos I do where I teach you about things in the market and things like that. Today's business related. We're going to speak about Hungry Bowl. Hungry Bowl was an app I had a few years ago, and
okay, so he's going to teach you about the market, and he loses $3 million. But he's made like $1 million and some change this year, so he's up, guys. Trust me. And now he's going to teach you about being a businessman when he lost $750,000 investing in a news app, basically.
and it ended up costing me a lot of money, as in about $750,000 lost. It was my second biggest failure publicly ever. And so in this video here today, I wanted to
his first was probably Tattooed Chef.
Speak about why, now that I'm so far removed from it, I can look back at everything. I say, why was this such a big failure? And then we're going to talk about why 1000x, on the other hand, is such a big success. Because
okay, keep in mind, what the con man, what the fraud, what the incompetent investor, Jeremy Lefebvre, wants you to do is sign up for 1000x stocks, okay? Because not only do you get a cool membership card, but you get to give him more money to which he can use to gamble on clown stocks, okay? This whole video is a closeted advertisement. But since your brains are very smooth, I'm talking to you, the audience, the average YouTuber, you think he's a success because, he's just being open and honest about his past failures. And, you don't have $750,000 to lose. You didn't have a grift empire in the clown market. So obviously he must know more than you about, making money and beating the market, right? Yeah. Clueless.
I learned so much coming from the Hungry Bowl project that then I ended up being able to do 1000x, and it's a huge success. And so I thought we'd kind of get into this. I think this is a video, and not a lot of people know the truth around a lot of things, and so I'm just going to talk a lot about a lot of the truth around this whole situation and what really transpired, how it started, why it failed, those sorts of things, because we've got a lot to go through in this one here today. I think this is a video that I think a lot of my core fans are going to enjoy this. I think you guys will enjoy this video here today. I think there's going to be a lot of entrepreneurs that might be watching this, or people that might end up wanting to start a business that I think are really going to enjoy this here today. And I think there's going to be some folks that might get some inspiration from today's video as well. But
Jeremy, you inspire me, okay? You come on YouTube, you hide your losses, you exaggerate your wins, and you present an image as a good stock investor when you're an uneducated con man and a fraud and an incompetent investor. And in a way, I do admire you, Jeremy, because you are a soulless beast, a soulless demon that only cares about money, and you have no heart, and you use that horrible flaw, in my opinion, to relentlessly, unstoppably scam and steal. In a way, Jeremy, I admire you, inspire me. Okay, you really are a an American success story. If you're an American success story, Jeremy, God bless America. We live in a great country, don't we?
But they're definitely going to teach you a lot of lessons, so you don't have to lose $750,000 on an app someday, and you can kind of understand what went wrong there, so you can go ahead and hopefully never face that, right? Which honestly is, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have a lot of failures, and especially if you're doing big stuff and you want, like, I don't know anybody that's ever been like really done it big, as in, you know, many millions of dollars behind them or billions of dollars. I don't know anybody that hasn't had a lot of failures behind them as well. You're going to fail a lot, and when you run a business or businesses, you're going to have failures. It's a guarantee.
See, the con that he does is he says, well, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to have failures. And, you know, sometimes that's true. What's failed in my life? Actually, I can't really think of anything. But, you know, basically, you know, you have failures. Sometimes you lose $3 million and you massively underperform the market and you possibly have negative total returns over your investing lifetime. But, you know, that's just the path of an entrepreneur. Okay, so he can excuse away any disastrous investment decision by saying, I'm an entrepreneur, and then yet still sell you on how to invest. Is this clicking that something isn't adding up here? Smart ones. Look at that face.
There's no way around that. There's not one person on the billionaire list that doesn't have a long list of failures. Not one. Keep that in mind. Not one. They all have a long.
Yeah, people on the billionaire list, you know, they just completely con their way to the top. They, like Warren Buffett, you know, he actually he bought Tattooed Chef and he bought Smile Direct Club, and he actually made a competition against an index fund, the Vanguard Total World Index Fund, and he massively underperformed it. As a matter of fact, most of the companies that Warren put on there went completely bankrupt. And at the time, Warren was charging people thousands and thousands of dollars to teach them how to be stock investors. And you know what? I mean, that happened to Warren Buffett too. So Jeremy's the same. Really? Come on. How can you not see through this con? Look at his hair. Who dyes his hair like that? He's almost 35 years old. He looks like he probably takes in the, you know what?
Long list of failures. But through those failures, you can learn a lot that you can then adopt for future projects that can hopefully become a success. So, you know, if you are somebody that enjoys this here today, and this video is not for everybody, smash a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you get a lot of value out of today's video, because I hope you do. It's a different subject. Don't worry, I'll be back to talking stocks and talking the market before you even know it. But I felt like talking.
Oh, please talk stocks. I didn't know the next Tesla in the frozen food industry.
Talking about this today, and I'm kind of divulging a lot of details around this and telling you a little bit about why one was a success, why one was a failure. So hope you enjoy this video here today. Okay, so let's go to the kind of origin story. Like, how did the Hungry Bull app, which we had on iOS, we had it on Android, how did it even come about? Like, how did something like that even happen? Well, it all started in 2021, where pretty much all bad ideas came from. 2021 was a special time. If you're around then, you know what was going on. It was a clown market, clown valuations. We're all.
Okay, so first thing I want to note here is he calls it the clown market, and he said all the stocks had clown valuations. Con man here has been watching Strongman Personal Finance. I came up with the clown market. That is my term. Con man here watches me to learn about accounting. Con man is a dirty thief. He watches me. He doesn't understand what I'm saying because his IQ is below 100. He's on the left side of the curve, okay? And he just basically tries to regurgitate my wisdom, my actual understanding of accounting, to deceive you into thinking that he knows how to read financial statements, which he doesn't know how to do. He took an accounting 101 class, okay? But he watches me all the time. And it's sad that he's talking about a clown market that he participated in. As a good investor, you're supposed to not get sucked into a clown market, okay? Like maybe just dollar cost averaging into an index fund. Who did that during the clown market?
All caught up into it. Everything seemed to be having crazy valuations on it. Robinhood, when IPO, was a crazy valuation. It was just like people were valuing companies based upon how many customers they had. Not even if they were paying customers, it was just about like how many users you have and things like that. Right? And
yes, including you, con man. You went to stores and you just you stalked women and sniffed their panties. And that's how you freaking valued this Tattooed Chef. Like, and he was charging people tens of thousands of dollars at that time. And now he's, oh, but I've learned this time. Trust me. Look at my blonde hair highlights.
so I was networked back then with a lot of big other finance influencers, right? And so The idea was kind of like, let's make a big finance app and sell it for a big valuation someday, right? And if you can kind of already put pieces together, you're already going to see where flaws are at here. But that was kind of the idea. Like, we're going to create this app, we're going to all promote it, and it's going to be, a big success and those sorts of things, right? But no one was really.
Bro, he wanted to take this public. I bet if the clown market had gone long enough, he could have taken this public. Oh, man. That's the ultimate grifter's dream, is getting something to go public. Because once you list something on public that's publicly traded, and you are able to pump it up. No, I'm not pumping up my investment. But if they have something go public, they can convince dopes on the market to pump the price, and they can make a fortune. A freaking fortune. Okay. Look at how many clown stocks go crazy on the market because of retail clown investor hype. That is the holy grail for clowns like this, is to have some kind of company go public. What do you think me, Kevin's trying to do with House Hack? He wants it to go public, and I can't wait to see the filing statements for that. He wants it to go public so he can basically cash out on retail dopes. That's what he wants, and that's what Jeremy was trying to do. At least me, Kevin, can keep a business running. Jeremy is incompetent in every aspect of his life. Okay, so luckily it failed.
Willing to take on the challenge. And so I basically, was kind of like, I want to take on this challenge. And so that was how Hungry Bowl was born. And it was a free app. And our idea was, it's going to be free to use, but we're going to have a ton of users use this thing. And the more users that use it, the more valuable it is, even if we're not making money, because, back then, the Fed funds rate was at near zero. Everything was getting crazy valuations on it. So it's like, let's just get a ton of users. Then we can maybe flip it and sell it someday. And I could act as a VC for this since I had a lot of money behind me. So it made a lot.
I wonder where the money was coming from, Jeremy. Oh, that's right. The people you were charging to teach them how to buy all the crappy stocks that you bought. But you're not a con man.
A lot of sense on surface level, given the particular time frame we were in at that particular time, right? But there was fatal flaws. And looking back now, the problems emerged right from the jump. And there were several of them. One, I hope you noticed the problem right off the bat. Whenever you get into a business and your first focus is on money and selling a business rather than on creating a great product and service, you already lost. You're likely never going to be able to make a bunch of money and sell a product to some other company or some other business or VC or whatever. You're likely never going to be able to accomplish that if you don't focus on the product first. So
this mother effer's telling you about great product, and he's making 1000x stocks, a complete garbage. It's bad. I'm not just saying that because I don't like Jerry. It's totally useless. And the man behind it doesn't even know how to calculate the ratios on it. He can't calculate the P ratio. But, Jeremy, instead of, he's not focused on a great product. And think about the irony of this. Okay, look at the product that he's providing you. He drew with Microsoft Paint or whatever, a bunch of words, half of which he misspells. But trust me, he's focused on a great product and not just on making money as fast as he possibly can. Yeah, that's his focus.
Whenever you go to start a business, that's got to be in the back of your mind, like, how are we going to make money from this and those sorts of things. But you got to focus on product or service you're delivering first, make sure that's there. And that doesn't matter whether you're starting a car detailing business or whether you're starting an app. At the end of the day, it's got to be product focused first, and we worry about the money second. We'll figure that out, right? If you don't do a great job detailing somebody's car, you're probably not going to even get another chance to detail that car again for that customer. They're probably not going to have any good things to say. If you're great at detailing a car, they're going to probably tell 10 of their friends and their family members, right? You're probably going to have so much business, not even funny. So when the thought goes to money and selling first, you're already going to be in trouble. Second thing is, my number two that was working with me at that particular time, he wasn't really bought in on the idea. And that was a huge, huge blow. That was a huge blow at that time, because I can tell you, he was going to have to be the one that really made stuff work. When I say made stuff work, I'm talking about finding the developers, creating the team, creating this, the extra strategy, doing a lot of back end work, because I don't have time for that, right? I got to focus on.
I wonder who that was. Was it Ball Breath Brian? Was it Schlam Stefan? Was it Meat Smoker? Who was Jeremy's little, pocket holder that was working on him with this? But, Jeremy didn't have time for the product. Let's hear why.
The portfolios, I got to focus on the private stock group, and I got to focus on making YouTube videos, and I got a family and all those sorts of things. So I just don't have time to be a full-time CEO of a business, right? So I needed my number two to really step up, and he wasn't really bought in. So I was, we already had two big problems right off the bat.
Because he knows you're a con man. He's probably scared. So Jeremy was too busy running his YouTube channel and his private stock group, which is the real business. It ain't the other crap. It's the YouTube channel and the private stock group pumping clown stocks and garbage investment advice that has screwed dozens, hundreds, probably thousands of people. Okay. But, he deleted all his testimonials that he had on his Financial Fortress website. I saw some people on there that were, ill-educated, didn't understand anything about investing. And they bought into Jeremy's story, especially an old granny. Yeah, there was an old lady on there. And I bet you she got absolutely shafted listening to this incompetent fraud. And guess what? The consequences were none. You think Jeremy cares? He's laughing. He has money in the bank, and that's all that matters to him. Demon.
Okay, third problem. I had to compromise from the jump on the product because here's the thing. Okay, I had a bunch of other influencers into the project, and everybody's throwing me this idea. Oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. And so I'm already thinking like I got to like compromise to keep everybody happy. So whenever I come out with like, here's where I want this to go, where that to go, I always kind of was thinking about what somebody else told me and taking that into account, right? Rather than just kind of being a dictator and just being like, we're doing this. It's kind of like a compromise. But sometimes when you compromise, like it doesn't like maybe nobody's happy in that situation because one person.
Well, Jeremy's kind of feminine, so he has a hard time being, the man and being in charge. So I could see why he had issues with that.
I didn't really get their full way. I didn't get my full way. Like there's compromise happening there, but it's probably not the ideal situation, right? And so you can kind of create a mixture of things that don't ultimately work. So we had problems emerge right from the jump. That I can look back now and say the project was destined for failure right from the jump, given these three major things here, right? Now, as the process goes along, we had problems emerge. The product launch was about 2 months behind when we were supposed to launch a product, was already a huge blow. Because when you're, getting everybody hyped about it, getting everybody excited about it, and then you have to wait. That's already like a huge kind of letdown there, right? Number two, the product at launch was not that great. There was lots of issues, there was bugs, and so we were late in getting the product out. And when we did finally get the product out, there was a lot of issues that needed to be addressed. I mean, a lot.
Because you're an incompetent clown.
Of issues. And so it was just like a huge, but it was kind of like one of those things like, do we wait another 2, 3, 4 months and try to perfect what we have and lose maybe even more hype and excitement about it? Or do we get the product out there? And so that was a very tough decision to make there, right?
And if y'all ever use this product, it was literally like a bunch of news articles. And I guess they had links to the filings or whatever. And you might have been able to listen to conference calls. I don't remember exactly. But it was like any other generic finance app, okay? There was nothing distinguishable about this app. There was absolutely nothing special. Why would you use that app as opposed to like Yahoo Finance if you wanted to read the news or Google News? Or you could just go to the SEC website. You could go to Edgar. You could pull financial reports. That's what I would do. When I want to look for a company's financial stuff, I go to the company's website. I type in company investor relations into Google. It pops up. I click on it and I get access to all the company's filings. Easy as that. What do you need the hungry clown? How's he going to make money? Oh, through ads. Just like that's how he makes all his money. Yeah, through YouTube ads and through selling grift courses and advertising his own course here. 1000x stocks.
Right. Then some influencers became, I would say, disinterested over time because the product was several months late. When the product was launched, there was plenty of issues. And so I can say like we lost some of the interest there, right? And additionally, trying to attract new influencers to it was also tough because we were behind on schedule. We had issues, a lot of those sorts of things. And usage for the app ultimately peaked in the first month or two when it was first being promoted and whatnot. And so that was a very bad sign to see usage peak very early on. That means people didn't really like the product overall, right? They tried it out and that was about it in regards to that. And then the final death of this came from cost spiraling out of control, which when you're running an app, anything with the
just like his losses spiraled out of control during the clown market.
Developers' costs can spiral out of control intensely. Second, by the time the product was we actually did get it to actually a pretty respectable, good place where people actually liked it. We had the conference calls feature on there and a bunch of other features that people actually started to enjoy. But the problem was it was too late to get a lot of the creators back interested in it again, like we needed it to really promote it. And then also a lot of the customers were not that interested in it either because they had been like, I already tried it out. It wasn't up to par. It wasn't up to standards. And so a lot of people aren't going to give it a second chance. And so that's what ended up happening there, which was not good. Then we had data provider issues, which was a bad problem as well. And then we also lost key developers to some crazy offers that they got from other companies. And I might have a good amount of money behind me, but I don't have Google money. I can tell you that. I don't have Meta money. There's different levels of money, right? And so if a developer gets hired somewhere else that they start making 300K, 400K or something, I can't do that. It's just the numbers start getting too big, especially when you need many different developers on a project. So we lost some key developers as well. And so ultimately in 2022 made the decision to shut it down. It was a $750,000 loss in regards to that, which was
loss after loss after loss after loss. And yet you want to entrust him to be your investment guru. Are you insane? But I'm only human. See, every time he loses money, I'm only human. He loses money, only human. Loses money, only human. Man, I wish I could just burn money hand over fist. Think about how the gift that he was given. All this money he just threw in the trash when he could have just put it into freaking VT and ridden off into the sunset. But that's not good enough for old Jeremy. He's got an ego. He must have had some like childhood trauma, or massive self-confidence issues that he's trying to compensate for by showing that he's really good at investing. The core of his psyche is that deep down, he believes he's a good investor. But even deeper, I think deep down, he knows he's a fraud. So no matter what he says, no matter like he talks with confidence and he dyes his hair and he bends over for men, whatever he does, at the end of the day, deep down at his deepest, darkest part of his brain, he knows he's a fraud, and that drives him insane. Okay. And he knows everything I'm saying is correct, that he's a con man, a manipulator, a liar, and a destroyer of people's financial lives. He knows I am on the side of righteousness, and he is on the side of total degeneracy. This man right here has a horrible life. Don't get sucked in to his portrayal of his life, the illusion that he has a good life. He is an evil person. He is evil, and he knows it, and he doesn't care because he's evil.
No fun, but it was a valuable bunch of lessons I learned. And there's so many other key, I think you kind of say minor details that I also learned in that project as well, right? So then time goes by, and I don't want to touch anything software related. I mean, nothing.
Oh my God. So that's basically the video. So he goes on and basically he starts advertising 1000x stocks. Okay. But the guy's a total con man. Like it's sad that these losses keep coming out. We keep learning more and more losses. And he gets more and more business. And now he wants to do 1000x stocks. And later on in the video, he's like, oh yeah, 1000x stocks. It's so successful. And we know it's successful because he says it is. Because we can trust Jeremy's word, right? Yeah, we can trust him. All right, let's do some comments. Woo, woo. Video is black. Strawman, isn't it time for you to get married? I ain't getting married again. Jeremy likes to burn that grift money. Unfortunately, the grift continues indefinitely. That's a real. Oh, yeah. We need a massive, insane bear market. I keep saying this. The S&P 500 needs to drop 50%. And some people are like, yeah, it's not nice. I don't care. These grifters need to be just destroyed. Because that last bear market was soy. Soy AF. I thought Hungry Bull was some online. I didn't even think about that. Jeremy's got a thing for bulls, doesn't he? What glasses do you have? I want to buy some. Thanks for sharing. Well, I went to Walmart and I went to the ocular section and I got blue light glasses and they're like $18. Let's see. I'm all in on Hyman and Hers. Is Tattoo Truckers Taint still in business? I think they're doing some stuff privately, but the company, the original company that Jeremy Lefebvre staked his entire reputation on is bankrupt. It's okay to make... See, look, I'm going to teach you guys how to do taxes, okay? I'm going to do your taxes. Oh, I screwed up, and now you owe $1 million in fines and penalties. But, it was just a mistake, and, failure is a good teacher. And then I take another person, and then I screw up their taxes, and then they owe $1 billion in fines and penalties, and they get arrested for fraud. Oh, but, you made a mistake. Failure is the greatest teacher. And then then you get in a car, you get a DUI. Oh, it's just a failure. And there's no accountability. It's like the other gender, no accountability. You need to adhere to his private group. He's amazing. Must be the most expensive. How much does he charge for that? I wonder. But it's garbage. It's complete garbage. Who doubts Jeremy as his achievements and trophy? Yeah, look at me. I don't even have bed sheets. Look how poor I am. Why would you listen to me? $3 million at 5. Dude, you give Strongman $3 million. I tossed into all the clown stocks too, right? Where are your trophies? Yeah, maybe I'll go. I'll just go get some trophies, some cheap trophies made. Put it behind me, and then he must be a winner because he has trophies in the background. And then I'll get I'll lease a Beamer or something, and I'll drive it upstairs in my house and burst it through the wall behind me. And be like, oh, see, I got a car in my background. I'm rich. I'm successful. I got a nice car. Oh, a nice car. That means you're successful. Thank you for the donation. Jeremy's an absolute tool. He is. You can't think of any failures. How about, okay, so here's the thing, right? So what if I said I am the marriage expert? I'm a marriage expert. I'm going to teach you how to, find the woman and never get divorced. That's the equivalent of what Jeremy's doing. Okay? That's the problem. He is incompetent. He is a fraud. He doesn't know how to beat the market. He has underperformed the market massively. Everything he does is a con and a lie. But it's meta. Oh! Thank you for the grit. You're welcome. Dude, I have forgotten so many losses that incompetent con man has taken. It's incredible. He is He is the worst investor on the planet. I'm not saying that. It's not a joke. These guys are clowns. Their content is not educational. I advise viewers to watch finance lectures or learn from actual businesses or just buy VT. Because a lot of the times, look, most people in the media, except for me, of course, because technically I'm in the media, right? Oh, I'm a media man. Oh, what's the weather today? Oh, Trump is bad. Oh. But, on average, most media people are clowns. They're clueless, especially if they work in the finance industry. They're accounting washouts. Accounting was too hard. So they said, well, I can wear a suit and talk about stocks and be very confident and sound like I know what I'm talking about, and I can get paid lots of money. Yeah, that's a financial media. That's your average finance bro. Don't listen to any of them. Max your tax and then account and buy total market index funds. But strongman, shut up. I'm sick of your crap. I had the app on my phone. It was just 5 articles a day stolen from CNB. Oh, yeah, just like Jeremy's content. Mm-hmm. Strongman did. No, that is my freaking term. I made that up. I will go down in the history books. I'll be in an economics textbook one day with a picture of me going like this. The man that coined the clown market. I think Jeremy, you notice like a lot of, like he watches all my videos, and I really do get to him. And I firmly believe that he held on to Tattooed Chef longer than he would have because of me. I cost Jeremy hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. And it makes me happy. You know how much I lost, Jeremy? Oh, wait, VT's up. VT's up, baby. Room temperature IQ, con man. Jeremy Financial is the king of the clown market. Who was the king of the clown market? Was Jeremy the king of the clown market? Maybe. Yeah, he was the worst out of all of them. Jeremy should change his name to Con Man Personal Finance. That's pretty good. I just received my CDL. Time to see what all the hype is about at these truck stops. Oh, let me know if you see Jeremy there. Give him a little meat slapping for me. Did this guy really went to the grocery store? Well, I don't think he was sniffing panties, but he did go to grocery. He told a story. Look at my older videos. He told a story about how he was watching a woman like search the aisles. Like he would go to the grocery store. He thought his DD was going to the grocery store and watching what people bought. And some woman was like buying something. I don't know if it was Tattooed Chef, but he was just watching her for like 5 minutes, like a creep. I actually was in Vegas. So I went to Planet 13 and I actually went to a grocery store to look at the Tattooed Chef. And I was like, maybe Jeremy's here. Maybe I'll run into Jeremy. I need to go back to Vegas. You should do a parody video. Oh, God. Oh, that'd be exhausting. Just being a con man would be exhausting. Remember where Janet? Yeah. Dude, I've been to Planet 13. He liked it because it was in Vegas and it was shiny. That's why he liked Planet 13. I've been there. I saw it. I know. And there was a fire. Something was shooting fire. Oh, it's shooting fire. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, she took everything, even my Jeremy hat. Strongman. If Jeremy would have gotten this to go public somehow, you would have been supporting Jeremy by owning VT. No, that would not have been in VT. Okay, VT doesn't have every single stock, like the very, very, very tiny stocks. It doesn't usually buy those because it's supposed to. The index is supposed to approximate the market. but it doesn't have freaking these crap stocks in it. But maybe if Jeremy's amazing, brilliant company went to $100 billion market cap, then it would be in VT, which I'm sure was very likely. Diversify, and thank you, Earth Alliance. I'll take that into consideration. They committed to me this morning. Whoa! Of course he did. They love me. I'm their favorite YouTuber, man. They love King Kong. Yeah, me, Kevin said you understand that he has been training his workers for stock hack for 2 years. He also said he likes you still. It's okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get Jeremy, or not Jeremy. I'm trying to get me, Kevin, to pay me again. Somehow he has not taken a. No, he owns it completely. Okay. He learned. That's why you should trust him now, because he lost $3 million on stocks. Let's play that again. We're going to play it again real quick. Okay. Don't go anywhere. We got to listen to what Jeremy said, and then we're going to reiterate how much he lost on the Hungry Bull. And I want you to do the math. Just let's do some math here, okay?
Since this time last year, I am down not 1 million, not 2 million, but $3 million.
3 plus Hungry Bull 750,000 equals 7. He's a con man. Let's see. Either strongman lives by himself or he's a sound encapsulator. Don't think anybody would tolerate all the Ryu screams every day. I wonder what my neighbors think of me. Did you buy the dip today, Strong? I actually bought at the open. And I lost so much money, bro. I'm such an idiot. Let's see. People will lose their... Dude, I'm telling you. Everybody makes fun of strongman now. But guess who won't sell? Me. Guess who will? All you little mussies. You'll sell? Oh my God, the stock's being down. Oh my God. And I'll be like, dollar cost average. And I won't get any credit. Strongman will at least a robe. This is math. Yeah, I don't know. Why am I wearing a robe? What am I doing? All right, guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe I'll do another one. I don't know. I got some other things lined up. Strongman. I'm not saying it's going to fall 100%. I said 50%, which is possible. I hope it does, but, you know, vertical lines forever into the future. All right, guys, we'll do a Jeremy outro, and you guys have a wonderful day. Cheers!
You do that necessarily in real estate. Yeah.
And your idea for building your portfolio is to load up on Fubo TV.
Business fundamentals for a lot of the companies you talk about are deteriorating.
The guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Jeremy, you can't resist talking about me. I'm starting to think that you're in love with me. And just know that I'm in love with